Hello and welcome to the SheerLuxe Show. I'm Charlotte Collins and we have a really fab show for you today. Rabea Schif takes us shopping at 3 charity shops on London's King's Road, sharing lots of tips on how to acquire the best second-hand pieces, and we catch up with the team on their first day back in the office. But first, let me introduce our very fabulous guests, stylist Anna Bromilow, content creator Kim Turkington, and fashionista Rachelle Rowlings. I always get panicked on the names. I nearly call you Tim Turkington, which is cool. Yeah. Your alter ego, I'm sure. Welcome, ladies. So nice to see you all. There's a lot of denim going on.
There's a lot of denim today.
It's the safe place.
We all got the memo. We got the memo. Anna, this is cool. Is it denim? The suit?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So nice.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I was
kind of a pinstripey denim.
Yeah. Love it. How's everyone's summer? Everyone well?
Oh, really
Back
good.
to it?
Yes. I feel like I eked out the summer for as long as
I
possible.
refuse to believe we're not.
Well, you're off
still
again.
going away, aren't you?
You're fine.
Okay, so you've got summer to come.
Yeah.
September's that weird patch where you kind of feel like you're back to work, but people are still going on holiday.
Yeah.
Michelle?
I'm just going to say summer with kids is not a holiday. I'm very grateful for my holiday, but I now need a holiday. I actually was saying that them at school is like, I drop them off and I'm like, bye, I'm going on Kentucky today, and then till 3 p.m.
Yeah, that first day back, it's like euphoria.
Yeah, it is. I know, you have a little spring in your step as you walk off, you feel like a teenager.
Absolutely amazing.
I know.
Good. Well, thrilled for you both. Welcome back to real life. It's September. We've got to talk about fashion, obviously, with the three of you here. The high street, obviously, I mean, it's always good in September, but I feel like it's particularly good right now. Everyone's got a different brand they're loving. I want to know who you think is doing high street fashion really well. Kim,
definitely.
first timer, coming to you.
Well, I think everyone was in agreement that Massimo Dutti wasn't winner this season, but someone picked that before me, so I have to do something different. So this season I'm going to go with COS, and to be fair, I think I pick them every autumn winter. I think it's a really good, just classic. They do good things every season. This season, I'm loving. Everyone went crazy for that like suede tote bowling bag.
Yes,
I think it's
so Margot.
Oh, I think it's sold out. And to be fair, I probably don't need that when I work from home.
This is the bag that looks a lot like the Rose Margot.
Yes,
right.
But it's sold out, unfortunately. They're also dipping their toe in the barn jacket, that kind of. But they do a gorgeous one with like a leather collar. I don't know if
there's
it's
a burgundy one as well, which is
It's sold like hotcakes.
it's good, isn't it?
It's just everything's just selling out so fast.
Do you know there's a similar one, Carhartt? You know Carhartt? Their men's one is amazing.
I think that's like an OG one as well.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah.
I think Arquette had a really good one again. That sold out, but I did see this morning that COS still had lots in stock.
If you need inspo, there's about 8 back up in the SheerLuxe office. Looking about right now. Everyone's coming in.
I was like, yeah, take one as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, there might be like 7.
Bag. Free for all, exactly.
But I just think they do really good pieces with a bit of a twist. They also have a really good trench that's sort of like a double layer. It has like green underneath.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So nice. And then great cashmere as always. They have big
Their jumpers are the warmest jumpers.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I just bought that khaki, the one that they had last year that had the rib around the neck.
Yes,
and
that's what it, yeah.
Right, so I just bought it in green, and then Maya was like, I just bought it, and then Polly was like, I just bought it. Oh my God, here we go.
Okay.
They're quite
do not buy.
Yes, that was the barn jacket.
Yes.
We're all going to be wearing them.
Yeah, or suede blazer.
Yeah, or the suede blazer, exactly. Anna, what about you? What high street brand?
Yes, I did say
It was you.
It was
Yeah,
me.
it was you.
I
stole
snuck
Massimo.
in there fast with Massimo Dutti, but I think there's just this kind of quiet luxury about them that they nail every single season, but they're getting better and better. Their studio line, I absolutely love. The images are really beautiful. Just kind of a really sophisticated modern woman that they are kind of having this narration for. And I think they nail it in every single aspect. You know, I love their accessories. They've got some lovely horsebit boots. There you go.
What's that about? Really
Their
nice.
leather as well.
The leather's amazing. I also think they do the best suede on the high street as well.
It's a great jacket,
Lovely silk slip dresses, and I think they're really clever with their palette. You know, they've got beautiful ochre and charcoals, and
It's grown up.
Yeah.
I bought some of their cashmere this year as well, which I hadn't bought before. It's more of the high street price than, like the Zara price than the, it's not quite as expensive as COS.
Yeah,
it's good bits.
Yeah.
They had this leather, like a straight, like, I don't know what you call it, A-line dress, and it had like, it was rolled up here, and I put it with a jumper underneath it, and it was so flattering on, because it's just like, it's made so well as well.
It's
the quality is
quality
great.
is amazing. The cuts
Yeah, it
always
is.
great.
Yeah.
They are timeless
for
pieces.
sure.
Yeah.
I think your point about the way they shoot their product as well is something that I think Zara started it, and then every other brand kind of cottoned on. Obviously, they're owned by the same the same brand.
Yes.
But I love how elevated so many high street, COS is doing the same. These high street brands are making their e-com, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
But in a really kind of understated way, I feel.
Yeah,
I think Massimo Dutti is quite ventured into the Zara territory of
falling
just, like,
over and
standing
shooting.
on
No, they're not
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
posing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, it's a bit more safe. I don't know if you were in Mallorca in the summer. I don't know if you had a chance, but Kim, you're going next week. If you go to Palma, the Massimo Dutti store in Palma
So good.
is like it's like going into like the road. It's stunning. Like
That's like the Nanushka store. Have you guys been in
Yes,
that?
exactly.
Oh my god,
Absolutely.
it's like walking to heaven.
Yeah,
like
it's amazing.
super beautiful.
I just want to live there.
Yeah, exactly. Go for a coffee.
Well, they have a coffee place.
They
there.
do have a coffee
Yeah,
place.
I know.
Exactly.
Awfully convenient.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah.
Rochelle, what high street brand are you loving?
I'm loving Reformation. So this is actually a Reformation jumper, which I just had to get all the fluff off. But it's got like that open sleeve, which I love as well, which is very Kate. But their jumpers are just divine, and they fit so well, especially because I'm 5'0" and cannot wear a big baggy jumper at the best of times. Like their style is amazing. It fits
You're
me
putting
so
it off
well.
today.
They actually
I
have great
love
shoes.
this.
I know.
This colour
Great
is gorgeous as well.
Darling.
This
Thank
season as
you.
well.
I'll sit next to you
Yeah.
anytime.
But I keep getting served Reformation ads on Instagram.
Yes, me
Like,
too.
Really
Literally
good.
all the time.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Do you know what I love as
That
well?
and facelifts.
Oh yeah.
I get that. I'm not getting
I
those.
get that too.
You're not getting it. You just give it a
I get the so Rima just got this. My daughter just got this real life looking doll. It's the most terrifying thing.
Oh my god,
you
Rochelle,
did comment
it's
on
awful.
that. I
Oh
know.
my god, we should have just
We'll
spoken
put
about
up a photo of
I
it.
wanna talk about it.
It's called a reborn doll, and it's the most live looking doll we've ever seen in your life. And so I bought it for her as a because she was so good during summer, opposed to her brother. And I bought it for her, and it looks. I'll show you a photo. It looks so unbelievably real that we get stopped in the street because I'm carrying it by its head, and people are like, "Are you okay? Are they not real?"
Are you one of those women who wheels it along in a pram?
Only when forced. Only when forced.
Have you got to take it back from nursery?
Exactly.
Like,
When you drop kids off at school, you're like,
But I keep getting served. And you were talking about these ads of like grown women taking these.
Yes, I told you
Yes,
this,
yeah. So
yes.
there's taking these, and I'm like, it's my whole feed, and I'm just like, take me back to fashion.
Yeah.
I'm trying to click on all
quite
the
a weird
fashion
world you
content.
just
I'm like,
entered
No,
into.
I said to Rochelle when she showed this baby, she was putting this baby on Instagram, and I said, I get on TikTok these women who they like go to the what do they call it, like a shop, and they like choose their baby.
Yeah.
Look, if that's your thing,
yes.
Yeah.
No,
Each
each
to
no
their own.
judgment,
Yeah.
but creeps me
I
out.
think
of
we
it.
all need to
Yeah.
start hitting the not interested button.
That's it.
Yeah.
Manipulate that algorithm.
No, but then they play you, and they're like, I'm going to give you more.
Yeah.
No, wait.
I think it's because
and then eventually you'll turn.
Yeah. Fine, I'll buy another one. I'll buy another
you're gonna
one.
have 8
Next
babies.
time, next time you're on here.
I'll accessorize it with dinner.
There you go. All these brands have got great cosmetics. It's true.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Can I give a quick shout out? Going back on track. To H&M, who have the most amazing rebrand coming on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
H&M are doing this big moment. They've got amazing. They've got Lila Moss is fronting this campaign. They've deleted everything on their
Everything, yeah, I saw
Instagram,
that.
and they're just
Really?
going from scratch. Charlie XCX is performing at their launch party on Thursday night. It's pretty major. It's like a
excited.
big moment for them.
Yeah.
The collection is incredible, like amazing kind of burgundy, like PVC kind of leather.
Looks very grown up.
It's very grown up. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
So H&M kind of following suit with all of these other brands.
Yeah.
So
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
I did not know
watch
that.
this space. Great stuff coming from H&M. All right. Well, we're gonna go and have more weird baby and fashion chat. And next up,
I'm sorry, everyone.
let's see what goodies Rabea Schif found on the King's Road.
Hiya, I'm Rabea and we're here in Chelsea today where we're going to go secondhand shopping because it's secondhand September, and we actually just talked about this in the show the other day with Bay Garnett, who is like the pioneer, an absolute expert in secondhand and vintage shopping, and she gave me a couple of very good tips which we're going to follow today, starting off with Trinity Hospice on the King's Road. Let's have a look what they do. I mean, it is going to be winter soon, so we could start looking for some nice knits. And I have to say, this is a very cute number. £32, bargain. So personally, when I buy knits, I have super sensitive skin, so I actually always have to try it on so I can see if it scratches or not. I find always double check what the yarn is like. I mean, because otherwise you'll find jumpers which have got holes inside. The wool feels a bit sort of tight. It might have shrunk in the wash, and I'm not sure if you can go back on that. OMG, oh my God, you will not believe what I just found. I found this little Bottega Veneta vintage bag, and you won't believe how much it costs. I think it's, oh my God, it's only £390. Serious bargain, and you're doing good. Ooh, look, a little Isabel Marant number. And don't forget, we are in a thrift store, and I'm finding all these great designer pieces. Bottega Veneta, Isabel Marant, which definitely tells us thrift or vintage shopping or secondhand shopping does not have to be unglamorous. I mean, you find great little pieces. You just have to have patience. Come, we'll have a look over here. Ooh, I mean, you can never go wrong with a white suit. Beautiful tailoring. White, obviously, double check on stains, because normally the clothes come pre-dry cleaned as well, so whatever stain there is, you probably won't be able to get it out. Look, another Reese number, super cute for summer. I mean, my God, look at the back as well. Pair of little loafers or some heels. That Bottega Veneta bag, ready to go, and you've got an outfit for less than £400. Speaking of outfits, obviously we need shoes as well in our lives. They have some really great shoes here. Look, I mean, look at this. How fabulous. Some vintage Prada heels. £120, they're in really good condition. I did find a very cute little dress. It reminds me of my childhood. I always say the price just because I find it so brilliant, 80 quid. I mean, seriously, go on to My Teresa, you'll find it for £500. This shop has got so many treasures. I mean, it's like the 5th thing I've pulled out, which I'd buy instantly. How cute is this? A little vintage number. And I can totally see this in Ibiza, Mallorca, somewhere like that, you know, when you're on holiday with little sandals, or you could wear it with heels. Because obviously vintage isn't like normal, off-the-rails sizing, so sometimes denim might be too short or dresses might be too short. So what you should always do is have a look inside. If there's some extra fabric, for example here, you can already feel it and see it actually. Someone had this taken in a little bit, and there's loads of fabric left in here, so you could actually take out the length again. Oh, now this is super cool. MSGM. Now I actually thought this is a silk blouse, but it's actually a little raincoat. How brilliant is this? Cute or what? It feels cute. I have to have a look in the mirror. Come, let's have a look. Oh my God, I absolutely love this. And it's raining outside, so I might need to get this because it's such a great little rain cover. Always good to check out the men's sections in vintage stores or secondhand stores, because you might find like a nice oversized shirt. This blazer is a really cool little number, and I love though how they've decorated this as well with a chunky gold necklace. Vintage jewelry, always a good thing as well. So I don't know if you know, gold is actually very unsustainable as well. A lot of people die over gold, like blood diamonds, something I learned this year. If you buy vintage and secondhand gold, well, this is not real, I don't think, but still, vintage jewelry, you're not tapping into that whole industry, which is a good thing for the world. So it's always good to have a look in the shop windows as well, and like sometimes the stores have got special cupboards where they have amazing finds, like some Louboutin shoes. I'm just seeing Louis Vuitton heels. I mean, wow. Miu Miu heels. This is a cupboard of treasures. I'll take all of this, please. We've got these Louis Vuitton babies. $4.50, just still quite expensive, but I have to say they are in really good condition. Always check the heel as well, but they look like they've just been healed. Oh, look at these Louboutin babies. I know who would love these. Hodge would love these. 125. And let's have a look at this belt. Alexander McQueen vintage belt. I'm not sure it's so good that I'm doing the show because I'm going to be spending a lot of money. I'm going to take all of this home. Oh my God, I love this. It is only 70 quid, and it's a damn nice belt. Oh dear, here we go. And so it continues. I just found, I'm a suit girl. I love suits. And now I've just found this little number. I mean, can we talk about this, please? This is like my ideal double-breasted gray pinstripe suit. Why do you keep going? She loves it. Maybe we could pinch this with a belt that I just found. Hang on. So the cool thing about vintage shopping is that you often find things or pieces that are from last season, but for more than half price less. So it actually makes vintage shopping really accessible. Right, first stop, first vintage find. This beautiful little raincoat that I found from MSGM. I mean, by the rate that we're going now, I'll be broke by the end of this. Come, let's go to the next shop. So what you should always do is you should chat to the people when you're in secondhand stores. If they maybe have a recommendation of where else to go. And we actually just got an insider tip at the other store that we went to go to the Salvation Army, somewhere that I wouldn't have actually chosen to have gone because it's hidden inside like a little back alley. But they have a designer rail, for example, because you never know what you're going to find. A whole designer rail with super bargains. So this is actually nothing that I'd normally go for, but it is only £12. And you have to know that anything that you buy here at the Salvation Army actually goes into like a soup kitchen. So you provide a meal for people who don't have any food. So this I could totally see myself wearing somewhere like Morocco by the pool, or in like Marbella somewhere. And it's a beautiful, beautiful kaftan. So something that's really good in vintage shopping is actually looking for jeans and denim, because it's really great to shop second-hand denim because you're not just doing something good for the environment, because you're using hundreds and thousands of liters of water for new denim. I always find small sizes that are normally sold out in stores you can find in second-hand stores. So this little Acne Studio number actually looks like it might fit me. And the tip on how to find the right size, you always take the pair of trousers and you put it around your neck, and if it fits, it should fit you as well, because this is the size of your waist. So I've just been inside the Salvation Army. I have to admit, I didn't really find that much. And that's the thing about vintage shopping, you know, you win some and you lose some, you never know what you're gonna get. And who knows, maybe the next place will hold another treasure like this little jacket. And while we're here talking about my jacket, should we talk about my outfit? This is my newest vintage find. I found these beautiful The Row loafers, which I am loving, up at Notting Hill Gate at a vintage store there. I think it's just called Retro. Great store. These are a pair of denim vintage jeans that I found in Brighton, actually, in a vintage store. The same store that I found this beautiful blouse. This is a fixed London denim jacket, which I love because it's got all these like 70s style applications. You've got these big golden buttons and a nice big collar. And then this is my newest baby, my little vintage raincoat from MSGM, which I just bought. Love it. Ooh, this looks good. Hi. Hello. How are you? Good. So you actually always have to look quite closely, especially when there are black things hanging together. I find it's quite difficult to maybe find that one little gem, but I did just manage to find this little treasure. 40 quid for an Isabelle Marant, super beautiful knit. In mint condition. I mean, it's perfect. Always check for little bubbles and things like that, because this is sort of fabric which might actually have threads taken out. But this is totally in fantastic condition. 40 quid, Isabelle Marant, bargain. Take it. This is a real treasure as well. A vintage Christian Dior. I didn't even know Christian Dior makes track jackets. This is a serious vintage find. I have to try this on also because I can already feel the person who used to wear this was a hell of a cool cat. I mean, seriously, this is like a Celine jacket or something. How cool are the trimmings and the colors? I mean, it's just amazing. Never give up. This is one thing as well when you do vintage shopping. You might be in the first two shops, not find anything, but keep going, because you might find that one little treasure that you've been looking for the whole time, or you haven't been looking for, but it just falls into your lap. Like this beautiful little Christian Dior jacket. Thanks, Hodge. Ooh, a dress rail. Normally I'm not into dresses. I don't know, people who follow me or know me know that I tend to wear suits and trousers, but this just caught my eye. I mean, how adorable is this little frilly number? Super cute. I think it's Celia B. Reminds me very much of Zimmermann, or of even like Isabelle Marant. 98 quid, and it's a pretty dress you could wear in winter with a nice pair of high boots. Totally see that, over knees, thick tights, or with how I would style it with little socks and loafers. What a day. I mean, I have to say I got two things that I found and absolutely loved. So that's already like a really good day in vintage shopping, because you can go home not having found anything. But you should never give up. Taking me to 3 key finds, or 3 things that I found out today. Never ever give up. You should always keep going. Vintage shopping takes a lot of patience, a lot of endurance. The second thing, always when you walk into a store, speak to the shop owner, a shopkeeper, or people in the store even, because they'll know what the newest pieces are, and they might have them sort of hidden away, tucked away. They might not even be unpacked yet, but they'll unpack them for you. And number 3, like that Christian Dior jacket just now, if you find something and it's from a brand, but you're not 100% sure about it because either it doesn't suit you or you're kind of thinking about, oh, is it going to fit into my wardrobe? Only buy it if you really love it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to take my little vintage goodies home with me. You guys have a fantastic secondhand September, and I shall see you again super, super soon.
Rabea is the queen of vintage finds. And can I say, last week, after we spoke about secondhand September, there was a comment or two on YouTube talking about how it's sort of hypocritical to talk about shopping secondhand when we also talk about the high street. But I don't know about you guys, like, that's just that's how I shop. I think that's how most of us shop. Yeah. We all know that the high street isn't going anywhere, and there's so many amazing brands on the high street, and luxury brands to buy new from.
I think you can still shop responsibly.
Yeah, just being mindful about what you're purchasing.
Exactly. And also, isn't it great to encourage people to shop vintage as well? Because there are a lot of people who mix it up.
It definitely made me want to go down the King's Road and get that Bottega bag that she had.
I think I need to take some days off work.
I know.
It's
it is. I think
that was the really inspiring piece. She's fantastic,
She's
great
really cool.
tips.
I kind of want her to take me shopping, actually.
Yes, I think that's what we need.
But I also want to know who's just giving away a Bottega bag.
Yeah, but that's King's Road.
So you want to know where
those ones catchment area.
Yeah,
exactly. Forget schools. It's about charity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where we're focusing. We should have an excursion.
We should. We've got to talk about footwear, because I feel like at this time of the year, it's when it gets pretty complicated. We've got a kind of range going on here. Yes. You guys are still in sandals. At what point do you start? Is your footwear kind of the first? For me, it's the first thing to go. I've gone winter, but for you, is it the last thing to go, Anna?
I think it probably is, actually. I do love a sandal as kind of a freedom that I feel with sandals, and I love that mix up of kind of a warm knit and still open tip. So I love that, and having brown feet. So I will eke it up for as long as is possible without looking ridiculous in pouring rain. Yeah. And then I'll do a transition to boots. But it is a tricky time of year for footwear.
It's tricky. Well, also when you don't know about the rain. Kim, would you wear those even at risk of rain? I mean, you have to.
Sometimes it's more practical than a suede loafer or a suede boot. Dries off quick, but
it's true. All you've got to deal with then is wet feet.
No, I'm starting to think of boots. Starting to get into that.
What kind of boots? What boots should you be wearing?
Well, I think just subconsciously in my mind, Yellowstone is starting soon. And last week I tried on a knee-high cowboy boot. From Bash. So good. But I do find it hard to style those unless it's like a long maxi. I don't really know how to work them with jeans.
Baggy jeans and a baggy jumper. Yeah. Kind of my
I think the nice bit is like as well. I think nice with a little like mini skirt or long.
Zara Kids.
Definitely.
Zara Kids
have the best cowboy boots at the moment.
Oh, I wish I could fit into.
How big do they go up?
I mean, I fit into them, but
I have definitely bought a pair of kids' cowboy boots. Black and white ones.
They go up quite high. Yeah.
Interesting.
They should really.
No way, really?
If you can squeeze, you can squeeze.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Especially their slightly more outlandish designs. You think, I'm not going to spend a huge amount of money on that elsewhere.
It's all just the sizing.
Not
the fact that you would buy from them.
Yes, size 6.
I also think the kids' stuff is sometimes a bit nicer.
I think it
is. Zara Kids is very chic.
It's like I always look at men's stuff now as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like brands like Acne and stuff like that. Their men's stuff is far superior.
Oh, so many brands.
And cheaper.
And cheaper.
Cheaper.
I know. It's the patriarchy, I tell you. Rachelle, what film? I love these Celines you've worn today. They are stunning.
They are so
they were bought after the trauma of kids for 6 weeks.
I
love my kids. But there's this running joke with Australians that all year round, even in winter, like they'll be wearing puffer jackets and jeans and a beanie, but they'll have flip-flops on. So I've kind of been brought up like that, but I don't have, like, my feet go like the most horrible shade of like porridge. So like with a flip-flop, and then I put lots of tan on my face, like I just look like it's been put together.
When you're tanning the core parts of your body, you're
it's like Majorca, and then like the depths of winter on my hands and feet.
Yeah, that they will expose you.
You have to tan, but I never tan them well, and it's always like one toe's tan, one toe's not tanned, one toe's squishy.
A brush will change your life. A makeup brush for the itty bitty strips of
and I would only take that from you because you are the queen of it.
I know what I'm talking about. I really do.
Okay.
Every conversation comes back to tan. It doesn't matter what. Like, that's my specialist skill. I can bring it back.
We need a whole. We said this last time. We need a whole tanning segment.
It's coming.
Okay.
I know. But no. So I will have to stop wearing flip flops because it's just so sad. But I'm a Mary Jane girl because I think because I am height challenged. Boots are so hard on me because they tend to make me look a lot shorter. So I have quite the collection of little Mary Janes with heels, and I always find like a block heel so I can run around.
Usually
and I do a little scrunch sock, and that's me done.
Gorgeous. Love that.
That's so nice.
And what are you going to be buying shoe-wise for this season?
I think I was quite slow last season to catch on to the whole Miu Miu brown sneaker.
Yeah.
And I'm really loving it.
Really cool.
And I've got my eye on the Prada pair.
Yeah,
I'm not sure for me about the clashing laces. So I think the Prada ones I really
a bit more grown up.
tan suede, basically anything in tan suede.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I'm down for, but
no.
I think in terms of wearability, a brown trainer just goes with so much.
Do you know what? I finally took the plunge and I did buy them.
Did you?
The two-tone.
The
I
Louis?
wore them
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
actually, and when I bought them, I was like, oh gosh, like have I made a mistake here? Like just because of what they're going to go with, and because they're quite. I know this sounds really weird because they're trainers, but they're quite flat to the ground.
Yes. Yeah.
They go with everything. So I wore them with like a white silk dress and a sock, and then yesterday I just wore them with a trench and a jean.
Is that the key to make it a bit more feminine as well, though?
Yeah, it is. But also, like, I don't like being too feminine. I like having like a little bit of a grunge in it as well. So it kind of like hardens up things. Like the silk dress, it looked beautiful, but I liked grunging it up. With
an elevated grunge.
Yeah, and also you can get the New Balance Kids exactly the same colour, and you change.
There's a theme here.
I got them for Ruma, and I bought cheap orange laces, and she actually matched them with
Such a
me.
good idea.
Yeah, because they've got the well, not the exact same, but very similar.
Yeah.
So her and I like
That is completely adorable.
Yeah.
You're a lucky daughter.
Yeah, well,
Oh, and you've got
not
3,
numerous.
so you could have a full, the
Yeah,
full
I
selection.
have given up at this stage. The last one's in like a pair of clogs.
Yeah, and also you've got like
Oh my god,
4
my
pairs
son
of the
just
same
wears
trainers.
football jerseys. That's all. I still can style my daughter my son's football jerseys, and that's it. So I'm just enjoying the moment. I know.
That's such a good idea.
Just a quick question on the suede. How are we protecting them from the rain?
Oh, the coating, the spray.
Do you use that?
I've done about 15 Scotch guards.
Do you think that works?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all you can do.
Good to know.
I think with shoes you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, although
everyone
I just don't wear them in the rain.
Yes. Coming
Do you
in.
float?
I just wear them to
Just
sit in my house.
That'll be me, Yellowstone cowboy boots at home.
The dream. Happy days. All right, next up, let's see what the team got up to in the office yesterday. Very back to school vibes.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you? Hi. I've seen you in ages.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning, Lou.
Today's a big day. It's the first day of boots, which means autumn winter has officially begun. Like, this is the only time of year where you can get like so excited about a new season of fashion. Get the knits on, get the
Yeah,
blazers
nice,
on.
nice.
How are you?
Loving the glasses.
Thank you. I think I'm really pushing it with the shoes, but
Well, do you know what? Lou's just come in boots, so
yeah,
you're trying to eke out the summer
like
as much as
eke.
possible.
The weather did say it's going to be 18 degrees today, so I thought toes are already very cold.
Morning, Sherry. How's it going?
I'm good. How
What are
are
you
you?
listening to? I need to hear it.
I am listening to Fred Again's new album.
Are you actually?
Yeah, which is really good.
We've got an extra team member joining us today, which is really exciting, but it meant that we needed more desks, so we've swapped with video, and they're now in the middle of the office.
They're over there.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like back to school, but in a really strange way, like a whole new office. Just
H&M autumn winter edit. I know there's quite a bit back and forth on that Friday. I appreciate you looking at that, Coco. But that was just going to be. I started something with earrings. Some best high street blazers.
That was our fashion meeting, which we do every Monday. We just go through all of the stories, if anything's delayed, interviews, what press things we've got on for the week, filming, just kind of sense checking everyone's workload and what's going on. So,
And I'm guessing it's a very busy week.
it's
with
very
being a fashion
busy,
week.
and we've got Fashion Week coming up this weekend. So we've got actually another meeting that I'm sure you'll be joining later.
We are just doing our video social catch-up for the week ahead. So we talk about what's on the show tomorrow, what content we're going to take from that, and any of the shoots this week. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Yes, we've just been through all the social content we want to run this week with our exciting panel.
You know how here we've got reception, you used to walk straight in. I remember Satna coming in for her interview, but she went to the wrong floor and she walked in and there was maybe like 30 people and she was like, I'm here for an interview?
What are we doing, guys?
making hot chocolate.
Lukewarm.
Just milk. I'm going to add more chocolate and then I'm going to put it in the microwave.
Need more chocolate.
Add like 5 pounds of chocolate and put it in the microwave.
India is out.
It's like
So-
diabetes in
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, we made our first canoops.
Canoops?
Yeah, canoops. Apparently that's how you pronounce it, as Victoria would like to tell everyone. It's actually so good. I feel like an adult because I don't drink coffee or tea. So
Now you've finally got a hot drink you
Yeah.
can sit at your desk
yeah,
with.
exactly.
Following Mango you've sent, haven't you, Chloe?
So Charlotte Tilbury's going today, MacArthur Glen, Nana's going tomorrow, hopefully Space & Co Thursday.
Paige come shop with me with Florence. Lola and Paige are going to go tomorrow morning to film that. And
What's this meeting? There's a lot of people in this room.
This is our weekly Monday morning commercial meeting where we run through all commercial bookings across the business, whether that's site, social, video. We check for all the briefing forms, and the editors know what they're doing to create the best content.
But the vlog is quite good generally for commercial if you guys need to book things in like very tight last minute.
Yeah, really.
I decided to bring Office BTS to TikTok because everyone loves it. So I'm vlogging basically the entire day, all of September, minus Fridays because we work from home. But I have to get it all done and dusted in a day.
On TikTok, how does it like? Do people like it?
Yeah, love it. Love it.
How long is an episode?
It's ranging from like 6 to 8 minutes each.
Wow, really?
Hey
guys, what's this meeting about here? Hey, good to see you. What are you guys having a meeting about here?
We're just going over some kind of content ideas for the social media platform for Luxe & Co. Because we've been very busy making content for our brands, our clients, and now we need to promote ourselves. We've done some brilliant work over the last year.
We might end up on TikTok, so watch this space.
On TikTok.
That's the goal.
Does that mean you're going to be like dancing or any creative?
So I'm editing a podcast we filmed last week with Harry and Paul from The Traitors, because they've got a new podcast of their own.
Yeah.
And so they came on to speak to Daisy and Sapna on our podcast about their new podcast. Yeah, I
And
feel like
welcome.
it's made me want to listen to their podcast because they were so funny on our podcast, which will be coming out in a few weeks.
Hi, Henry.
Hey, Georgie.
Hi.
How are you? Long time no see. You're in the country.
I am, yeah, for a week.
For a week.
This time next week I'll be filming another episode of Leading Ladies.
How's it all been going?
It's been going well. I feel like I've just been to an abroad wedding. That's how I would liken Dubai Fashion Week.
Fun.
Because it was a mix of shows and events, but with the same
people.
group.
Yeah.
Next week, 8 of us from the UK are going out for a couple of events we're hosting, a networking event and a South Asian dinner. It's appraisals. Time of the year, which is my dumb one.
We have to fit in like 7 hours on top of your
Oh my
work,
god,
don't you?
yeah, it is literally. I said to my husband, I think I would rather do my expenses than do appraisals. We did it 5 seconds ago.
I know. Yeah, it comes around so quickly.
Wow, I know. What is
Take
like,
your time
can
on
we,
that
when we
though.
put in 2 hours?
Yeah.
Just
take all the time.
I was like, how are we doing this again? I was like, we've literally just done this. So Stephanie was with me last week in Dubai filming, and she's got 21 hours down to 3 hours.
Wow.
But it was her first trip because
Yeah.
normally Al goes, so we were so pumped that she loved it.
Cool, and-
I think she's like living on coffee, but she's pumped.
Yeah,
She's been
yeah.
working all weekend.
That's amazing.
I'm asking GPT what a name should be for Midlife
Oh, yeah.
Podcast. The second act.
One foot in the grave.
One foot in the grave.
So we're launching a new podcast, which is actually we've talked about for months, but are just getting around to launching a new podcast about midlife. So obviously we cover loads of content about all different stages, but we're sort of missing those really key conversations for women in their 40s and maybe early 50s as well. Early 40s.
Yeah,
Into early 50s.
Could be 30s. Could be late 30s.
Could be late 30s. But you know, at that point at which your kids aren't babies, they're a little bit older, you're kind of established in your career and kind of what comes next.
You know, when your children are little, they need you physically. Then they need you mentally. And then in the middle, they need both. They can't get anywhere on their own, and they still need you. Which is, But it's sort of where you've gone back to work. You know who you are.
You've
got
been
a
through
whole,
shit.
You've
You've
been
been
through a
through
lot.
stuff.
You've got a whole stretch of life and living ahead of you, and I think you know a bit more what you want from life and who you are. I think it's a really interesting time for women. There's a lot for Gen Zs and millennials, and then there's a lot about getting married and parenting because they're such exciting stages of your lives, aren't there? And
Well,
I
they're
think
sort of
it's
milestones
now
versus
a different conversation for people to tune into that feels more relevant to the stage they are in life. And I suppose I started SheerLuxe nearly 18 years ago, and I've grown up and our audience has grown with us, and we want to keep that audience.
It's like
still got it.
Yes! I love that!
Done. Oh my god, I love it.
Is that niche? All the windows closing.
I think that works.
Still got it. Better
Still
with age.
fucking got it.
I think better with age.
No, still got it.
Still
Still
got
got
it.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay. Love.
Yeah, I still got it. Okay, getting better with age. The podcast.
We're redoing our podcast studio. It's going to be a whole new...
So this is temporary setup at the moment.
It's temporary, yeah. So we've been using this table, but we've loved it, but we thought maybe go back to the sofa for a bit.
This is the topic of conversation today.
reprobate.
What is this podcast about that you're about to...
This is our team pod, which we do most Mondays. Sherry's hosting. Yes. Basically what we're watching on TV.
Yeah.
I feel autumn TV is here.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to SL Team Podcast with me, Sherry Andrew. Today I'm joined by Sarah Templeman, aka Hodge, and Nana Acheampong. Hi, ladies. Hello.
Snack time with the social team.
It's a Monday-ish Monday, so we've decided to treat ourselves.
Malteser Monday.
Ken, how do you eat a Malteser?
Just straight in.
Do you?
Straight in, no messing around.
I bite all the chocolate off and then suck it. You bite it all off.
That's so long though. You actually
and then you suck it.
Not
Guys,
if
what do you
they're,
think about Tommy Fury potentially coming on I'm a Celeb this year?
I think that's the downwards.
He should stay in that. But
Is that big news? That's not big news, is it?
when? Big news would be if he was on the Traitors.
The Traitors,
Because
oh.
that kind of...
Because he's
I just want to introduce Lucy. Hello. She's going to be temping until the end of the year, helping on a lot of things. I'm very grateful for.
Welcome to the team. Have you hit the ground running?
Yeah, lots of social media stuff.
How has it been in the office so far?
So fun, it's so cool.
Cool. Everyone's
Yeah,
making
every
you feel
day.
welcome. Good.
It's just so cool.
So we basically did a Manchester takeover earlier in the year where members of the team went to Manchester, did lots of activations and filming and a live podcast and various other exciting things. Later this year we're doing another one in a different UK location, so Sherry and I are just putting our heads together and pooling our contacts and thoughts and research and people we know and people we love and putting it all in a beautiful spreadsheet where we'll then sort of create a sort of dream itinerary to present to Charlotte and Lou later in the week.
Cool.
Exactly.
Who best to be behind this?
There we
You
go.
know, the culture,
It's
food, music,
there
whatever
we
it
go.
is.
It's a city that, well, I think we both love,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I absolutely adore. So
Vanessa's back in the office. Hey Vanessa.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I went to the Joe Malone townhouse to do beauty school. Filmed 7 videos.
Wow.
It's a lot, yeah.
That was good. With that over there. And it went well?
through.
Smooth?
Yeah, very smooth.
Smooth sailing?
It's so nice because the lighting there is lovely for beauty stuff. Learned some really cool things about collagen.
They'll have to check out the episodes to watch
I know,
that.
right? It's fun.
Your writing is so lovely.
Oh, I think it's not really legible to many people, it's the only issue.
They're quite tall, aren't they? Quite tall letters you've got.
Yeah, so whether this fits will be another thing, because you've got a lot of things coming up.
Busy. You're back in the office. Been
Yes.
out all morning.
We have. I've been filming Day of My Life. Strong start to the morning when you're my age. So yeah, and part of it was going to the bag brand, Arignani. Gorgeous bags and a lovely experience, and going in a really nice coffee shop around the corner as well. That's why I've
Yeah,
dived
maybe
a
that's
little
what
bit.
it is, yeah.
Because I was
You've had your
wired.
caffeine and then...
I was on fire. And now I'm slunking down.
Well, I
I'm
think it's
really happy to be back in the office.
Just hide behind the
Just
screen.
hiding behind the screen.
There's like a colour theme in this area. There's a lot of
These
trench
are
coats.
the trench. This is the
Trench
trench
coats.
area.
Very beige. Trench- there's a very
these are
beige
coat-
theme
coats.
going on.
These hooks, they are the whole fashion team.
Fashion team.
So we do arm wrestles for the pegs.
How are you guys feeling about autumn, winter? Excited?
It's always so exciting in the office coming for September,
All the trends,
October.
there's
Yeah.
so much you want to buy.
Yeah.
Especially doing our job, you have to kind of...
We're product
It's
as well. We're
dangerous
product too. So we've got gift guide, which Coco's doing an incredible job on, particularly.
Any trends or anything that's coming out over the next few weeks?
There's so many strong trends, I think, at the moment. Like, the suede jacket and the
chocolate brown.
I mean, there's just like the studded detail and
Barn
barn
jackets.
jacket.
Yeah.
Barn jacket.
We both had those
You
last
could
week.
take- Last week it was barn jackets.
This week it's trend.
Yeah,
Nice.
trench this week.
But now, obviously, when you're in a fit, getting a fit check, if it's with a member of this SL team, that's great. Plus, you're dumping photos for the day. Each day would be great to post. We'd like to keep it as real time as possible.
But is it like a mix of everyone's?
No, so we'll do like Satna's day. Charlotte's
Maybe you can
day.
allocate them.
Yeah, I'll allocate the day.
Oh, I did think what would be quite sweet. I've got a photo of me at Burberry from exactly 10 years ago to the season.
Yeah, cool.
And we could do like a swipe one.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it?
I thought I looked really cool.
The last Burberry show.
I don't. I look cool for 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's London Fashion Week this week, and we're just plotting our moves. It's quite a big logistical feat.
Who's going to be where? What are you going to shoot?
Exactly. We just need to get loads of social content. We partnered with TikTok for an exciting kind of activation, but obviously with that comes objectives and deliverables, and also obviously our own internal ones as well. Like we want it to be, you know, to make the right kind of splash. So it's like a mix between being in like a spreadsheet and in Daisy's head right now. So we just need to tidy up a bit. But it's going to be good. It's really good.
Cool. Okay, Hodge, it's time for me to go.
Oh, Han, I feel like I've barely seen you today. It's so busy here. You don't often come on a Monday.
I know.
And it's September Monday.
September Monday. A lot of meetings. I've been a bit of a fly on the wall for a lot of plans of what's to come.
I've learned a lot.
There's going to a busy few weeks ahead with Fashion Week and stuff, but looking forward to seeing it all go out there.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. There's lots going on. Busy.
Cool. And I'm back with you in a few days, so I will see you then.
I'll see you then.
So it's really busy, but there's so many good things to come. It's really exciting. I love this time of year, but it also makes me lose sleep slightly. Let's talk about something else. Things we love. We love a bit of things we love here. What are you guys loving at the moment, Rachelle?
Mine is so like nannerish, but I'm going to say it. I found the best underwear from Uniqlo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been on the hunt for a good underwear for a long time. They're either too tight, they dig into your thighs, they give you a little bit of muffin top. They're the seamless undies from Uniqlo. Bought them in every colour. They are so good.
Never think
those
so.
out. I know. And it's one of those things where you're just like, I just don't want to go and buy underwear. Like, why do I have to buy underwear? It should just be given out by the government. But you do, and I've done the hard yards.
You've done the research.
I mean, I could do a whole documentary on it. Really,
you need to.
I'm happy to do it.
Have you? Obviously, you're relatively new to the UK. Have you tried M&S?
I was going to say the holy grail.
I have tried M&S, but I don't know. There's just something about this material from Uniqlo.
Yeah,
nice.
I actually don't wear the M&S ones, but they're sort of where one would start.
Well, no, I did start there. I tried ones from Marquette. I think because I was in there and I was like, oh, they look nice. No. Uniqlo's where it's at. You know, in the section where it's like a wall of underwear and you're like, woof.
Oh, I'm going to check it out.
Sorry, guys. Useless information, but
it's not.
I know. It's no one talks about it.
Everyone needs them.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting news from Uniqlo this week because Claire Waite-Keller, who was the creative director of Givenchy, has done collections for them in the past, is now going to be their creative director across the whole. So interesting to see what change that brings.
Very exciting to see.
I hope they don't change your underwear.
I'll
You better let me know.
Claire, first thing to go.
She's like, I'll knickers.
I'll find you. It's taken me 37 years to find these undies.
Thrilled for you. Anything else?
No.
Can we talk about your handbag you have today? Because I really love it. You put a link up and I clicked on it because I really liked that bag.
Yes. Wait, Carly Paker? Yes. No.
Jenny Payne.
Jenny Payne.
Yeah?
Who's Carly Paker?
Who's that?
I don't know, I'm just making it up. This is where my brain's at. It's like, you know that emoji where you're like sinking?
The melting
you're
one.
like melting?
Yeah.
That's basically me all summer. Like, I literally couldn't answer, like, what's your birthday? No idea. It is the best bag.
It's a really good bag.
Do you know, actually, I have this lovely friend, her name's Gab Waller, and she is incredibly
I'm obsessed
amazing.
with her.
Yep, so she is an Aussie girl, but she's now sourcing for like the Kardashians and all that, living in LA fantastically. And she put it up and I was like, I'm not even going to click the link, it'll be the row and it'll be like £2 million. And I was like, I'm not doing it. And then she's like, babe, click it, it's cheap, like it's affordable, you know? And I was like, oh. So I clicked on it and it was affordable and it's fantastic and can say it can carry everything. Toys, drink bottles, my tears,
creepy babies,
Uniqlo underwear.
Sorry, no more baby chat.
Passports, emergency snacks, and it. Yeah.
Oh, I need to see
so
this
good.
bag.
It's over there.
Oh, it's
It's that one.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And I got stopped for it, like constantly.
I'm not surprised. I really like it.
Yeah. Great bag. Good bag. Good.
Anna, what about you? What are you loving?
I'm going to sound like a total cougar, but I'm slightly obsessed with Jack Draper. I think I've clogged up a fair few WhatsApp group feeds.
We're just like letting everyone know.
Slightly odd. And the weirdest thing is my husband, who is a tennis obsessive, introduced me. He literally called me and said, you got to see Jack. I said, who's Jack Draper?
Wait, he's got a crush too?
He's got a man crush.
Oh, mine's very into Taylor Fritz. My tennis loving husband.
Really?
His man crush is directed elsewhere.
My husband is very upset about Nadal going, so this is his new zone in.
Yeah.
but my goodness, those British Vogue black and white pictures.
I have to say, that's when you realise that he's really quite good.
I'm going to go Google.
Yeah.
Do you know what always upsets me is though when they put their age up and you're like, they're what?
He's 23.
Okay, yeah, I could be your mum.
Could definitely be his mum and then some. Yeah. So
because I still think everyone's the same age as you, and you're like even elite athletes, and you're like, oh, he'll be 36, 37, maybe 40. And like,
no, he's
17.
He's really, really young.
Yes.
Oh,
but stranger things have happened.
Yeah,
you know.
Do you think I'm
Sure. But you're watching the show going, oh wait,
he'd probably be up for it. So to be, to see his matches.
Three of us. No, it's not ideal, but
make it work somehow. I genuinely think he's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I hope so.
And Anna Winter, one of his matches was there. So
she's in his box. Yeah.
Was in his box.
Yeah.
So I think he is going to be the next big thing. So,
he's a real trooper.
Obviously, mainly appreciating his skill and talent.
Actually, yeah.
So he's on my mind.
If he's not on what people's radar, they should know about him.
My goodness, yes.
Because we've lost a generation of tennis greats over the last couple of years.
Exactly.
So nice.
This is an important
the
moment.
fresh, the fresh
meat. Exactly.
And the other thing I'm really into is my collapsible running machine that has slightly changed my life. I will say.
Is that the one you can kind of stand at your desk and walk, or is it like?
No, that's not it.
No.
Just no.
Just no.
Is it electric?
It's just a smaller version of a running machine, and you can collapse it quite easily.
But it's got the handles still, doesn't it? Like
it's got the
handles fold up. Yeah.
Like, is that the bit that folds down and up?
Yeah, that's like the frame that it folds into. I mean, it's not you don't click your fingers and suddenly it's miraculously closed, but it's certainly small enough that you can put it in a cupboard.
Yeah,
or just about under the bed.
Because that's the thing as well, is that they're on ice, like you want them.
They're so ugly.
And also in London, you don't have space.
You don't have space. You don't want it out the whole
We've got the Peloton, which I absolutely love, like #1 Peloton fan. But like, it is such an eyesore. Like I hang clothes on it.
Yeah, because as you say, otherwise a whole room has to become your room.
Exactly. It's like the main feature.
No, it is literally a feature.
Yeah.
But it's been great.
Good.
Yeah. Never really found a form of exercise that I've really, really got into. And
it's in your
I'm
house,
really enjoying it.
Do you move it around to different rooms, like depending on whether you watch TV or chatting to someone?
I mean,
you can do.
Sometimes different changes.
Mix it up.
Yeah. And I've just signed myself up. I don't know why I've done this actually to a half marathon, which
I know you're that
person. It was the half that got me. I was like,
no.
But everyone I talk to just goes.
Yeah,
it's like especially people who know me like
chorus.
God, you're like uber queen. Are you serious? You don't. So this is going to be a big
No,
stretch.
it's a great.
My immediate response to telling my husband was, "Can I walk it?" It's like I just don't go into it with that attitude.
Yeah,
but you can if you want.
Yeah, you can if you need to, but maybe.
But then we'll all be like, "Oh, isn't that cute?
Oh, no.
Isn't she cute?"
I have
just
no
sweating.
doubt.
Still the last person across the finishing line, and she's.
Do you know what? You did it, so who cares?
Exactly.
As long as you did. Well, she's going to do it. She's going to do it.
When it's done.
Yeah.
Come back and tell us how it went.
And I'm hoping to get charity funding.
No, that'd be amazing.
Good for you.
When I don't make it and everyone's giving me money. When is it?
Yeah, when is it?
April.
Okay.
Oh, you got a while.
Lots of time.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
I mean, it's not like winter's hard and you're not going to want to, go on.
Shush! She's got her indoor running machine. She's just being here outside.
I know.
A picture of Jack Draper at the end of it. Running towards him.
Perfect. Kim, what about you? What are you loving right now?
Slightly less sexy from undies, Jack Draper. I'm going to talk about blusher.
Love that. Yeah.
But I'm really loving the Hourglass blusher. I don't know if anyone's used it yet.
They can do no wrong.
Oh, everything's so good. It's the tiniest little sort of liquid blush, and I think it's just going to last forever. You just need the tiniest little bit. Love it.
I have their stick one.
Is it the one that has the little drops that come out?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I've just
so good.
They come out in like, it's really hard to describe. It's like the tiniest little bit of serum.
But it goes a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's
also
so
it
pretty.
makes you dewy as well.
Yeah, it does. It's really
gorgeous.
It's meant to like plump and do all this other great stuff. But
I'm all about plumping.
I'm also really hoping to buy a house this year, so I've like got into my Architectural Digest era, living through that.
That is a dangerous era to be in when we're back in reality trying to buy it. I mean, I don't know what your budget is, but this is gonna be depressing.
Yes. But Jennifer Garner just dropped hers. I think it was a few days ago, and it is just so great. It's great taste. It's just it's just such a gorgeous thing. It's like her LA-inspired farmhouse or something like that. But
There's nothing she can't do, Jennifer.
Oh yeah.
She's so wholesome.
But I was quite surprised because it is quite like cozy.
Yeah,
it's really like lived in.
I would expect that from her.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Just
quite
like,
classic.
Nice. I know it's such a
Yeah.
classic word, but like so lovely.
It's like they did Sienna Miller's Country House. Did you
Oh,
see
yeah.
that one?
So
Yes.
good.
I just so cute.
That one wasn't for me.
No, but it
No,
was
I can appreciate
cute. Like,
though.
it was
It's not my
real.
taste.
Yeah.
It's not my taste.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was real. Like,
Yeah.
I
I don't like them when they're real. I like them when they're insane. Oh my god, I love
you
like,
want
yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's house?
I want Gwyneth
Yeah,
Paltrow.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
Yeah.
That one.
That was amazing. That was
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But it's nice to get some
Yes.
See, I like cozy too. I'm all for the cozy.
Okay,
You've got to manifest these things.
You've got it.
Yeah.
You're right. We will link it below because it's really worth watching.
Yeah.
And a toothbrush. We like a random product
yes.
here. At Things We
I
Like.
know. I
Yep.
was just throwing out rogue options.
No, we like that
I
kind of
love
thing.
that.
Yeah. Just recently got a new toothbrush. It is called Surrey, and it has like a little UV light, so it cleans. It comes in a little gorgeous little case.
Oh, I'm all about
Great
the
for
case
travel.
as well.
Don't want to utter the word, but you know, Christmas presents.
It's coming.
Yes.
That's what my family shall be getting.
Yeah. Everyone that Kim knows is getting toothbrushes.
Yeah.
Well, between underwear, toothbrushes,
Yeah, I was
there's
gonna
so
say.
many good gift ideas
Yeah.
here. So if you're doing your early shopping,
Practical,
you're
practical.
welcome. There you go. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
My
This was
autocue's
fun.
died, so we're gonna freestyle this outro. I don't know what's coming next
Start
week.
singing.
I always thought you did.
Oh, we don't.
Back up.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, I truly have no idea what's next week's show, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. It's Louise Rowe. Hodge says it's Louise Rowe. It doesn't matter, Hodge. They'll watch it. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, it
Thank
will
you
be.
to all of you.
Thank
you
you.
to Rabea.
I'm bringing the baby on, actually.
The baby.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
It's all gone to pot. In the meantime, please do rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.